Konnichiwa, minasan. Hello, everybody. My name is Geri Cody, and I'm an illustrator and web designer, originally from Canada, but now I'm living in the United Kingdom, and I really want to come to Japan. I've been interested in Japan and Japanese culture for over 18 years now, but unfortunately, I've only been to Japan once. Since July of 2015, I've been studying the Japanese language every single day to work toward my goal of becoming fluent. Earlier this year, I worked on an illustration project called 100 Days of Japan, where I illustrated 100 different things about Japan that I find interesting. Things like origami, kimono, Japanese animals like tanuki, koi, and nihonzaru, foods like ramen, kakigori, onigiri, and my favorite and biggest interest, okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is a Japanese food that I first tasted at a Japanese restaurant in New York City in 2013. It's very rare to find in the United Kingdom and in North America. I'd like to show you my version of okonomiyaki that I make at home for friends and family. There are two main styles of okonomiyaki in Japan. Kansai style, which is usually called Osaka style, which mixes all of the ingredients together in a batter, and Hiroshima style, which layers all of the ingredients on top of each other. Hiroshima style is much more difficult to make at home, so I like to make mine based on Osaka style. Luckily, here in the UK, I can find most of the authentic ingredients at my local Asian supermarket, but you can also import the special sauces straight from Japan. First, start with the special okonomiyaki flour. It's special because it contains nagaimo, a type of yam. Next, add the water. Next, add shredded cabbage. Asian-style cabbage is best, but if you can't find it, thinly shredded white cabbage will work too. Add 1 whole egg. And add as many negitama, spring onions, as you like. Next, add the extra special ingredient, tenkasu, which is basically flakes of crispy tempura for extra crunch. Give it all a good mix, to stir it all together, and make sure the egg is spread evenly throughout the batter. In Japan, you'd normally cook an okonomiyaki on a griddle called a teppanyaki, but at home, it's fine to use something like a non-stick frying pan. Heat some oil over a medium-high heat. Carefully spoon the batter into a round pancake shape. Be careful not to make it too thick because it'll take a lot longer to cook through. Carefully place your favorite meat on top. I like the classic pork bacon version, but you could also add prawns or beef. At home, I usually cook each side for about 4 minutes until golden brown underneath, and the pork is cooked through. Be extra careful when flipping it. If it's not cooked enough, it could fall apart. Try to be as quick as possible. When it's ready, turn back the heat, and it's time to add the next essential ingredients: okonomi sauce and Japanese Kewpie mayonnaise. You can make it in many different patterns, but I love this traditional style best. Next, sprinkle some aonori flakes on top for some lovely color. Add more negi tama onions. And finally, the most exciting ingredient, katsuobushi, which is a type of dried fish flake. When you add them to the hot okonomiyaki, they start to shrivel and dance. Plate it up and dig in. Itadakimasu. If I were chosen to come to Japan, I would love to visit the Boteju restaurant in Osaka, which is actually the first okonomiyaki restaurant in Japan to introduce mayonnaise to the dish. I would also love to visit Okonomimura in Hiroshima, which is actually a collection of all different stalls of okonomiyaki restaurants together. I'd also really like to learn how to make Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki from a professional because it is so hard to make at home. Well, I hope that explains why I really want to come to Japan, and I hope you'll consider my proposal and help me make my okonomiyaki dreams come true. 本当にありがとうございました。またね。